Pog Champers! Hello everyone, welcome into the stream today. We are doing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy once again. So I'd like to welcome everybody into the stream. Hello Gagna, Lyrical, Y2K, hello everybody. How are you guys doing today? I am doing fantastic today. I'm very excited about just the entire thing. Because last time we started a new chapter, Farewell My Turnabout. And I am just, boom. I am very, very excited about the entire thing. Okay. Okay, cool. So, chat, we are going to hop right into this. Last time we left off, Maya has been kidnapped, and the kidnapper is like blackmailing us into defending someone. So we're just gonna start this on the first trial of Farewell My Turnabout. I'm very excited. Matt's March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. By the way, this is our defendant, Matt on guard. He's an actor. His name is Matt. I like him already. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that'll implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I broke my new chair today. I got a new chair today. Amazing story, Gagna. That's a story in 2 parts right there. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Oh, Mia, hello! We must get a complete acquittal today. I know, but I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of today. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Beep, beep, beep. Uh-oh. It's him! Beep. Hello? Is this McDonald's? This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grrr. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. I want McDonald's. Oh boy. Alright, sorry, I had to turn off the alert box real quick. Chat bots just hopped in. You must win today's trial. Let me get on Twitch, on phone, go get McDonald's. Oh, we have chat bots too. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna have to turn on followers only mode real quick. My apologies, everyone. Actually, let me do 10 minutes, just so that they can't follow and then chat immediately. My apologies, everyone, for the chat botting happening right now. My apologies. Okay. Am I lagging? Yes, you can. Absolutely, Gagna. You can ban them. Go ahead. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world did you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! Beep. The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who is that? No one. It was nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Okay. Alright, on guard. Here we go. District Court. Where's the prosecutor? What? Where are they? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. I do not believe the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman! No! Not Francisca! Not Francisca! She's dead? What? Shot? Oh my god, this is getting insane already, somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present! Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. Let's go. Oh, okay, thank God. Is my chat frozen? Hold on, can someone say something in the chat real quick? I think it might be frozen because of the follow botting. You're... I thought he'd show up. Hi, okay. I need to get Shane in here. Why is the music popping off? Hold on, what? Okay, sorry, I'm vibing too hard already. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Oh, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder. What is the irony that she was shot in her right shoulder? The exact same place where her dad was shot. Oh my god. That's just ridiculous. I'm crying. And is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for in my long journey this past year. I love this guy. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. What question? Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Why is followers mode on? Chatbots, that's why. I apologize to any real people who are stopping into the stream right now, but because of follow botting and chat botting, I unfortunately have to have followers only mode on right now, and I have to have follow notifications off right now. Oh, I love this so much. Witness your name and occupation. Glash. My name's Dick Gumshoe, soy. I'm the detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Not Gumshoe, man. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face Tor like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sure. Call me Bubbles. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Oh my god. Witness testimony. Bare facts of the case. This might have happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, soy. The victim, Juan Carrera, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. I mean, there's a knife in his chest, I don't know. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. I might have to press on that. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sure. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. Cross-examination. Let's do it. Burger. This murder happened after the Heroes of War ceremony. The victim was found dead in his hotel room. How do you know? This is dumb, but I'm gonna do it anyways. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Carrera was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. Oh, was he choked? Banana. Monkey. His bandana, Soy. That's the only thing wrapped tightly around his neck, Soy. Oh, yes, I see. His banana scented pin. God damn it. I love you, Judge. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Oh, okay, so that was actually an important detail. Judge in top form, exactly right. Gotta glue it back on. Autopsy report. Added to the court record, baby. Okay, so we needed that. There was something suspicious. Why did you think it was suspicious? And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? What? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that, Judge? Become a prosecutor, Judge. I love it. We thought of that too, but... What? The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory, then. Okay, we needed that. I might just press on everything. Hold on. How do you know? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? And the guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Dude, I love the fact that it's called Gatewater, which is like a reference to Watergate. That's just so funny to me. Then where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. All right, my food. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his banana. A bandana. Banana bandana. Banana bana bobana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Updated autopsy report. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Okay, so we got that easy. Witness testimony. Why arrest on guard? Matt on guard and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other. And they each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the German ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's hakama. And the defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. I did not realize that the knife was made of butter, apparently. Now that's what I call a butter knife, but you know. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. I don't know about that one. They were eating food in that room. He could have just picked it up and was like, "Give me my button," or something. Dead. So the defendant's fingerprints was found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, so... Okay, in the grip, Gatewater is engraved. That... maybe we present that, actually. And there's this button. That was found on the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, so... What? I mean, what? You expect it was on guard's blood? No. Gotta put my phone down for a bit though, so I don't get pulled over for texting and driving. Alright, Gagna, don't get pulled over, please. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? Oh, never. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. I'm so happy Edgeworth's here, dude. Why arrest on guard? Cross-examination. Matt on guard and Juan Carita. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna press on that. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Carita in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. It's a very good point, Phoenix. Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective, it's not, well, no, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Objection! Oh, that objection! Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, Gumshoe. No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sorry. I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony. No, not my poor pension, too. Oh. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, Soy. We can talk about my pension later, Soy. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? We're just gonna ignore that. Should I just keep my left bracket key out because it keeps staying in the down position? I don't even know what any of that means, but sure, for potatoes, go ahead. Oh, as in a left bracket on your keyboard. I don't know, just like punch it or something. Whenever I'm having keyboard problems, I just slam. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Although my keyboard, it is malfunctioning. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. Oh, it works now. The caps lock light works now. Oh, that's poggers. Jamming ninja button. It was ripped off the ninja costume. Are we sure it was ripped? When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita, and then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have any free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? Objection! When I click, it just stays there pressed. Oh, it's sticky? Just clean it, I think. Maybe just try cleaning it, honestly. I'm gonna press on this, because I don't think this is true at all. There is no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he brought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. This is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. A button covered in blood with Ungar's fingerprints. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gravel in closing. Still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in his testimony. Okay, got it. I definitely think the defendant brought the knife to the crime. I'm gonna object to this using the knife. Because in the grip, Great Gatewater is engraved. So it's from the hotel. He didn't bring it with him. Objection! Let's go. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client brought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Eh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? You dumb bitch, Phoenix. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. Why does Edgeworth's theme slap so hard? Ba-da-ba-ba. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't... Oh. Oh, it's because he's not on the force anymore. No, Gumshoe. The question is... Where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. Oh, he was eating potato chips? The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, yeah, the knife for that plate is right there. I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. Yeah, there's a butter knife right there. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Yeah. Then, that's a lot of bears. Yeah, my man Karita liked bears for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. Where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. There's no knife. Matt, what the heck, bro? Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on guard's knife was missing. Mr. on guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven that this was a premeditated murder. Oh my god, dude. He's low-key right, though. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. Scratchy beard? A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. And there is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? Gonna save the game. Gonna save the game. I'm gonna save the game. I don't know if this is like a Rise from the Ashes case, because like, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking that maybe, I don't know. Normally, when a game presents you with an option like this, you always click actually I do. But there was that one time in Rise from the Ashes where you were supposed to say no, but I'm just gonna say I do. At least Gagna eating food ain't making me hungry. I can eat my food, Poggers. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. All of my health? My god, you may present one, and only one, new piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? Oh boy. Hey, okay. Hotel guy empty. The wine glass makes me curious, honestly. Photo of Juan Karita's murder scene. Yeah, the wine glass makes me really, like, curious because everything else on the table has been, like, smashed and thrown down to the ground, except the wine glass. I think we should present the wine glass. Let's just do it. Take that! Take that! This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. There we go, Poggers. Lamana, like I want to eat a burger. I want to eat a burger right now. Holy cow. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright? No. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? There's no way. Because the tomato juice came from the room. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. There's plastic in my food? Bruh. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? My God. You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected. And for fingerprints. Oh God, fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. What? Oh man, wine glass update in the court record. That is why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Grr, I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario, it just explains everything all too well. Grr. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to give us a fair chance because he likes us? Or maybe his answer that he found when he was on his journey was that he doesn't have to get a guilty verdict. He just has to have the truth no matter what it is. That would be good for us. I found a hair in my fries that I got from McDonald's and almost sued them. Dang, Gagna. What a kid. I would have just, you know, I don't care. Are you kidding me? Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh God, it's old bag. Oh no. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Gotcha! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. Oh my God, the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. That's hilarious.
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even the things that don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. What did I walk in on? Hello, Pelmo and Mr. Games a lot.
Ooh, shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgy right now.
Edgy Wedgy, oh my God.
Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness your testimony, please.
It's true what they say. That youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy.
She is married. Look at her finger. There is a ring there. She is married. Okay.
Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on Edgy Wedgy is becoming my catchphrase. The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Kurita.
He's dead, though, so. But those two were the same age. True.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well, please tell us the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Oh my god. What you witnessed. Witness testimony.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. Do you like my gun? There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time.
So is this the new Danganronpa or something? I never heard of this game. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. It's like the more mainstream Danganronpa.
That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, Matt on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. All right, let's do it. What you witnessed, cross-examination. Okay, I like Old Bag. You are the only one. Okay. You know what? Last time Miss Oldbag witnessed something, it was a person dressed in a costume. So I want to make sure it was actually a person and not someone in a costume. You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
You see,
Really?
annoying brat, when I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Clothes. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. Okay, so basically, what type of costume? Basically, the context of this murder is that he's the victim, this guy is the accused, and they're both actors for a TV show where they're wearing like costumes. So I need to make sure that she actually saw this guy and not this guy, but in costume. Because if it was just a costume, it could have been anyone inside that costume. Which I think that's where this is going, honestly.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
Oh, really? Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center, too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Oh! Oh, it was very important. Hold on. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. I know it. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must.
Okay, I already know what to present here. Present. It's the button. It's the button. Because this button was found in his hakama, which is only part of his costume, not his real, like, outfit. Objection! Let's go. Miss Oldbag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
It's a button number 2 on Jamie Ninja's costume.
Now, I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here. Give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow, she really is a die-hard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. On Guard's body during a full body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his Nickel Samurai Hakama pants.
See? See? And on guard is the Nickel Samurai.
Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt On Guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, then I'd been saying I know how to pick up with this regular looking outfit. You'd agree this outfit is hideous, right? I've got a tape recorder stuck in my head. Let me tell you, it's heavy, so heavy. I wish we were searching GG's. I don't know, but I'm keeping that dream alive for this kid out there. We're covering this about life to do this head. Now take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are about the same. This thing has a document on curling. You say take a tape to ready. He's got saw.
I hate when Oldbag does that. She just talks without me pressing any buttons. Gosh. Oh, Coming at you with supersonic speed. That button reminds me of something. I wonder if this is sort of Kaede and Rintaro repeat. Now hold your tongue still for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard, the man, but Mr. On Guard, the Nickel Samurai?
But when you think about it,
Oh my god, we don't even care.
they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Old Bag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Is you brute? You think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you. Who I saw, witness testimony.
On guard, on guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have to be convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know? So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Okay, I already know what to, like, object to there. Matt On Guard did not know about the ceremony, like, that night. He didn't know about the ceremony, so he wouldn't have had his costume on. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things.
Oh, I am a bad little boy, Miss Old Bag, but the possibility does exist.
Ah, youngins today, I told you there is no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Ooh, I like Mr. On Guard, or however you spell that name in that samurai outfit. Ooh, I like that. Dude, it's literally sparkling justice. Okay. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Here we go. Who I saw. Cross-examination. Let's do it. It's so hot in my room. On guard. Yeah. Okay, Nickel Samurai, would have been convenient. Okay, so... seems like the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something after the stage show. Article from Gossip Land. How did I... Wait. How do I prove that he didn't know about the... Maybe I should just press. Maybe I should press. Hold it. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammin' Ninja?
Of course it included him. That's why when On Guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
Okay, so how am I gonna... Let me just press everything. Hold it! Let me just press everything. Would you please get on with your testimony? Dude, why did I even press that? What? She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Oh my god. Can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be a good and just stick to the facts.
Okay! You promise, right?
Okay. He's literally treating like a dog. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Remind me to send you a thank you letter too, Edgeworth, old chum. Okay, that was funny. The Nickel Samurai. Let's press here. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Guten Tag, mein Freund. Hello. Hallo, mein Freund. German is escaping me right now. Das ist, mein Tage ist gut. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not?
Not too long ago? Then let me ask you this. When you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream?
Huh?
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what?
See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
Well,
what I said earlier, who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
I just got an achievement for that. No. Judge Wagner. Yeah, I'm sorry, video. What'd you do? I was apologizing because, like, here's the thing. I said I would wear a maid dress at 1,000 followers, and then what I ended up doing was I printed out the logo for Minute Maid Lemonade, and I taped that to my chest, and I said, hey guys, it's a maid outfit. Get it? But and people were mad. People were mad at me, so that's why I apologized. And why would that be?
That way no one can see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Okay. I'll press this. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw really was the Nickel Samurai?
As surely as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us. I figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. Yeah, right? I literally have to just like... Okay. So he must have worn... Oh! Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, on guard's fingerprints. On guard's fingerprints. How would there be fingerprints on the knife if he was wearing the costume? Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Yeah, I got stressed during that, basically traumatized for 3 days. Oh, that's, dude, the Minute Maid, it'll go down in history, alright? Oh, that's right, the Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Objection! He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Why would he do that? And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There is no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Now let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. Why would he bring a knife to his room if he was just going there to talk? It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I've heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this? Okay, are there problems or a contradiction? There's a contradiction, I think. Oh, there are no problems? Okay, yeah, no. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you blabbering about? It's really simple, actually. Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to go into this victim's room without intent. And the knife. Why would he bring the knife? This knife, this was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. I got an idea for a Halloween costume you can wear. And yes, I know it's not Nickel Samurai, but here, you can wear a Minute Maid costume. Cha, yes. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Let's go, Phoenix. And one more thing. I'm not done yet. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like a bee's on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Let's go. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? Oh, whoa. I think it's to frame him. is to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. Gloves show fingerprints. I think he means glove marks. And like, that was like a smearing of fingerprints. I'm not sure what glove marks are, but apparently they're a thing. To frame. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Grr. Witness!
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, H-Brew?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai? Alright then. Who were you waiting for around? Who were you waiting around for then?
Huh, that's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Carita. Am I correct, witness? I like biting on things. I don't know if it's a good... it's probably a bad habit.
Ha ha ha. The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Old Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Carita. Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the Old Bag was waiting around for that person. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Old Bag, you were waiting around for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? You come out of the victim's room? Okay, wait. Okay, so I think it's probably Adrian. Because Adrian and Juan had like their thing, their little like fling / scandal. So if Old Bag really liked Carita, then she was probably trying to catch Andrews with Carita and like get her or something. I don't know. Because she was like jealous, I guess? Oh, I'm back. Hello, Sniper Panda 2. Welcome into the stream, man. Been a while. This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... I see. The judge seems to be really into that article, if it can be called such a thing. And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews, without a doubt. The witness thought so as well.
Huh, looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness? What in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. And I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. It's secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simplify... My dogs are absolutely going insane right now. Holy cow. I can hear that from all the way up here. Anyways, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Awooga! Dude, Mia is a little bit of an awooga moment, you know what I'm saying? But Francisca, though? Awooga! Awooga! Okay, sorry. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information.
Well, get ready. This is gonna take the wind out of you youngins.
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Oh boy, witness testimony, secret information. Ooh, top secret, chat.
That don't go...
Why is the music popping off so hard? I don't know.
That on guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
Oh my god, dude. The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that in the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will toward the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful. The Hawooga! Okay, sorry. The old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right. On guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you've got to burn old bags with fire. Time to fire up the after... He just, like, takes out a flamethrower. Boom! And hit the highway to the danger zone. Whoa! You can't just spout lyrics from a song like that, Phoenix? What the heck? Okay. Secret information. Cross-examination. Okay. Now on guards one evil man. He thought he'd ruin performance causing a huge scandal. Wow, what was the motive for ruining him? What's the motive? A scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, Archer. I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much.
Well, that on guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity.
Okay. Huh. He got access to the money. Jack can't know the took action. Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? What about this? Hold it! Wait!
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it.
Maybe it's from Lotta. Oh, it's from Lotta! Oh my god.
It's a secret. Even if you drill the hole into my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bag get such a... Oh, present evidence. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information. Okay, hold on. Tabloid article about the victim was in the case. Secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that.
Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? It's Lotta's camera. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
Oh, I'm sorry, the music vibe's so hard. No, I said impressions. Hello, it's your 21 Savage. How's it going, man? Welcome into the stream.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Ah, that's it. That's the note.
No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy.
Oh my god, dude. And you're the one who took Miss Hart's note?
I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said so herself. On guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you?
Oh my god.
I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
Oh my god. You really should come up with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Oh my god. That joke only works when there's a subtitle to see how it's spelled. Okay, whatever. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook just this one. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? Why is this... We're gonna pile on more pressure. Forget this. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow onto the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you know I'm brat? I saved the piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole out of it. You stole the camera. Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a stink over her camera. A huge stink. She kept saying something like, my sweetie, 1600. I just realized how similar Lotta and Oldbag's voices are. Damn it. Okay.
My sweetie $1,600 camera has disappeared on me.
Why, witness?
What is it, Gramps?
I'll try to make her more different from Lotta. If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera, too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
Yeah, you stole that. Put her in prison. Ah, that's...
Well, even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I can eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's what I noticed. It said, Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. But when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Alright, she smokes a pack a day, apparently. That's her new voice. Bailiff! Check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once! Oh my god. Apparently, we must examine them at once. Holy cow. Chat, I'm gonna, like, turn followers only mode off right now. I think the chat botting might be over, and I'm gonna turn on the alert box again. I think the follow botting and the chat botting might be over, so I will turn off followers only mode, and I will turn back on the alert box. So I apologize to anyone who could not message because I had to turn on followers only mode. Huge apologies. I do not have it on all the time. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. Okay. This is the Nickel Samurai.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Lotta's photo. What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. On Guard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. Nope. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Ripe? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? If this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I'll put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. Okay. Something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to take a look at something. Hold on, I need to take a look at something real quick. Yeah, there is. Okay, so the problem with this photo, this is the problem with the photo, right? Look at the ankles. This costume is way too small for whoever is wearing it, right? Because we can see clearly in this poster, or this photo, that he has the ability for his feet to stick out of it. But whoever is wearing the photo in this photo, their feet does not stick out of it. So that's what's wrong with it. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? 1.1k, hello, Void Assad. Yes, we are. We did get follow botted a little bit earlier, but it was not that many. We still have, I think we have 1,042 followers, I believe. So, 1.05k, you know. Anyway, please take a look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. Okay, this is literally all my health. But I'm pretty confident that it's the ankles. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, when I started watching you had like 400 followers from Zafi. Thank you very much, Void Assad. It's been an absolutely crazy ride. You know what I mean? However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Why is the Steel Samurai music playing? I don't know, but I love it. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. There we go. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Yeah. Exactly. However, in this photo, why is my hair? The Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up to walk. There is only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Oh my god. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. Oh my god, that is... What's up, Edgeworth? I figured it would come to this. What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that this person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? I'm so tired of this game's logic. Dude, I am just trying to prove Matt innocent. Why do I have to find the killer? Why? That's not my job. Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? I mean, there's really no one else it could be other than Adrian. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it is none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Enguarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Enguarde that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Enguarde's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn the things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Carita. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Oh my god, my brain is killing me right now. Dude, 10 million IQ game, honestly. Order! It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Yeah, we need a not guilty today. Alright, now then, we shall send Miss Adrian Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The court is about to... Oh my god. I mean, we have to raise an objection, or else Maya will die, so... Now then, objection! Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss... Hold it! I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Let's go, edgy boy. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Tisk tisk. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? Oh my god, dude. Here we go, man. What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man? Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Oh my god, dude. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. And the court will now take a 10-minute recess. Oh my god. To be continued. 10-minute recess. Dude, can we just take a 1-day recess? It's still like the same day, right? You know what I mean? We technically could. No! I mean, we're gonna continue it right now, so. No worries about a cliffhanger. 22nd. Alright. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Huh, because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of the day. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Carita, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carita, all to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts. Edgeworth. Uh-oh. It was Edgeworth! It looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Oh my god. She's right. Literally everything we were about to accuse Miss Andrews with is stuff that Edgeworth gave us. So, why are dogs barking outside my window? I don't want to have to... I'm closing the window. Bam! Window closed, chat. Dumpstered. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. And the one currently accused of murder. Hey, what's up, Adrian? What is your occupation? I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard. No mega. Window is mega closed. Giga closed. Let's go. Dumpster, chat. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yeah, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan, but this was a private matter between Juan and myself. So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Yeah, me. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Uh-oh. Yoink. Bye-bye, sir. Very well, then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. You're a bad, bad boy. You Daniel. You Daniel 199547. Get out of here, son. It was for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And then there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime photo. I felt as though I was to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Why? Why? That's so dumb. You poured yourself a glass of juice, but it's undrink from. Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. Like, yo, homie dead, right? And that is when the fingerprints of the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix, she is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over, understand? So what I'm getting from that is press on everything. So let's just press on everything. Hold it! And what was Mr. Enguarde doing at the time? He was taking a nap. Yep. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Enguarde did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could have not been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you... Oh, what? Right? I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Enguarde's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Jeez, holy cow. Hold it! And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Press further. Just press everything. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at the time. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Hold it! You were in shock? What? Was I supposed to not be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock, and you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Yo, Edgeworth hitting on Adrian, okay. Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. Hold it! Hold it! This is the photo you're referring to, correct? We're just pressing on everything right now. Yes, the one with the knife being lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? Hold it! Hold it! Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? Yo, she got the juice! And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind, it's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Press? Always press. Always, always press. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that you said you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. ... What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. What? What? Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor of the crime photo? That one? This mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Onto the guitar case, so there's water on it. So that's corroborating with the evidence. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal in your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Edgeworth seems disturbed over that. I fainted. Okay, I felt as though. Okay, wait. I was the one who knocked over the. Okay, wait. So this one. Well, I saw natural. Okay, so that. Let me press on this. Juice? Wait. Oh, I already pressed on that. My bad. My bad. My bad. I already pressed on that. Okay, let me press on this. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on top of the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there are any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to, for Maya's sake. Oh, God. Okay. So it's gotta have something with the guitar case, I think. Where it fell onto the guitar case. So there is some water, but only on the top of the lid. Oh, so it was not... Oh, so the guitar case was not open when she spilled the liquid. That's definitely what we gotta press her on. You testify that you knocked this flower vase over, is this correct? Yes. Are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's... Oh, rip. I skipped that on accident. My bad. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case would have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. Yeah, why is it open anyways? The remains of the vase are scattered on... Oh yeah, there's none inside the guitar case. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. What is your point, Wright? That the case was knocked over, that was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The Brightwood guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? It does seem that there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need more to make her testify? The empty guitar case? I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Imagine not kissing your boyfriend, right? Crazy. Phoenix and Edgeworth just need to smooch already. Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Holy cow! I mean... the guitar case. Here we go. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. Imagine not kissing your dead homies. Imagine not kissing a dead man. That'd be crazy. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. That's so dumb. Yo, avoid Assad. I can imagine that 100%. I can definitely imagine that. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Jesus, dude. The guitar case. Here we go. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Bears Karita's fingerprints. Yo, it bears Karita's fingerprints. Hold on. Not yours. There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Ooh. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. What is it, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I am almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness... that's strange. That's very, very strange. Are you kidding me? That's very strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Because your fingerprints were on the wine glass. Just saying, yes, I do. Literally the wine glass. They have your fingerprints. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little bit strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Ugh. Hold on. I gotta take a moment after that one. I gotta take a moment. Did she just moan so hard her glasses shattered? And then she just pulled another pair out of her pocket and put them on? Is that something that literally just happened in this game just now? Oh my gosh, dude. Imagine moaning so hard your glasses break. What? That's crazy. Order, order, order! Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it was really empty, though. But the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not white either. Right, white, right, white, I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Oh, man. Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into this misguided... Shut up. No, Your Honor, please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why the guitar case has anything at all to do with the murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar was not the only thing? You don't mean that there was a black guitar? So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? I wouldn't say it's something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside of this case at the time of the murder? What the heck? Not the knife. That's a map. That's a photo. Interesting. Interesting. What is it? What if it's this? What if it's this? This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what is in the picture, Your Honor. In this picture? It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? I don't know why, but here, I guess we're going with it. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to do something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? And just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get the shot, correct? You mean this photo? Oh my, hello, Nate. Welp. Order, order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai costume would have been in Maton Gods. Wow, it's something of the defendant being in the victim's room. And inside the guitar case of all places. True, that is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume? It was a spare. We already know that On Guard was wearing his costume while he was napping. Oh, hi. Hello. Don't lag, stream, please. Mr. On Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was the spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel? Yes, that is what I am saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spear to the ceremony on purpose. But why? The victim, Mr. Kirito, was the Jammin Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spear costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point. What? What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? Huh? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Oh, man. I'm a little confused about this. Gossip Land, maybe? Could be. Let me check this again. Let me check this. Juan Kirito. No, that has nothing to do with the Nickel Samurai. Wait. Matt on guard did not know about this post-show. I wonder if it was only Kirito who knew about it. Maybe. What is this? Well, on the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? For once. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said that he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Kirito himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Kirito was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Okay, sure, why not? I'm so sleepy. I bet this is confusing then. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Kirito, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on Guard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's a public disclosure. Yeah, that's the point. He was trying to get the public to talk badly about Matt. Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just as you say, the press conference was all set up by Juan. More gallery talking. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. You? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. He was going to ruin him, huh? It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? Oh my god. And do you know what the secret of Mr. On Guard's was, Miss Andrews? That is something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. Ah, I see. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Protect Mr. On Guard? Oh my god. And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, tell us the truth about your behavior. Yes, Your Honor, I understand. I'm so confused as to what she's doing right now. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what, and he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. I think that's wrong, because you yourself said he was sleeping. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife, but I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Okay. Okay. This does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with the testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine, Mr. Wright. Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Okay. Protecting Matt, cross-examination. Here we go. From the moment I saw the crime scene, Matt had to kill Juan, and he didn't have an alibi. Okay. I'm gonna press here. But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. On Guard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that too was a lie so you can cover for Mr. On Guard? I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy sitting up the stage at the time. I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however. The judge is glaring straight at Mia. He's glaring at you, smart guy. That's funny. Okay. Hold it! You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage. Then, what about the button? The button? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Gemma Ninja costume. You're talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the pleats of Matt Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that it makes very decisive evidence. Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With an icy stare, yes. Can she read my mind? I think Mia can read my mind. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. Oh, God. That button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt. Did he have a fight? Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Why would he... Okay, why would he tear off a button if he was strangling him with a scarf? That's my question. Here we go. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf. Strangulation? The knife stabbed to the victim was done after the victim already died. And what does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. Order, order! What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this right? So what if the button was torn off of the body after the victim had already died? What does that change? Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We now know that this button was not torn off during the fight, so the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? To pin the crime on guard, duh. Okay, I am literally grooving and schmooving right now. Like, genuinely. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There is no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. On Guard was set up by the real killer, of course. Honestly, I'm not even sure it's Andrews, to be honest. And the real murderer is? Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then? Oh my god, really? Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet, not until the very end. The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is... Okay, I know what I just said, but can it really be anyone other than Adrian at this point? At this point, it has to be Adrian. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you! You are Mr. Creed's killer. What? Oh, she moaned so hard her glasses broke again. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge? Any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews. How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me! I can't, can I? Would you care to test me? Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he'd already been strangled to death. If it was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally, a knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only been taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. Tisk! Another pair of glasses. Yep, you have an entire purse, an entire pocket of your pants is just filled with spare pairs of glasses because they keep breaking Oh my god. Then, what about the button that was found in Matsukama? This button was removed after the victim's body, from the victim's body after he had already died. The only person who could have done so was the person who found his body, or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there is no way he would have put some incriminating evidence in his own Akama. Oh my gosh. Dude, why? The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Akama is the person who went to wake him up from his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the empty guitar case? That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. Oh, yo, she's looking kind of bad when she puts that on. I'm not even gonna lie. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No, oh man, she's getting really, this is a new sprite. But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found in the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, we would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there's this photo. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on earth could believe that this Nickel Samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not? Please, stop. Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time. Miss Andrews? I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. She's literally pleading the fifth. She's literally pleading the fifth. Okay. Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. By allowing a witness to not testify with the testimony can cause damage to themselves. What? Oh my god, pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. On Guard's room. Adrian Andrews. Oh, I miss Von Karma. Why did she have to get shot? Alright, who shot her? I will find them. I will find them. Whoever shot this wonderful woman. Okay, Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. Alright. Oh, so maybe she was talking with Von Karma. Can I ask a favor? What is it, Sniper Panda 2? That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad. You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there is still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done? What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single point of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Kurita. They're asking for a motive. I've already got it. I've already got the motive. Okay. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Kurita? Could we raid someone? Of course we can. I believe this may lead me to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt. Dude, that's not how the pleading the fifth works, Judge. Judge, that's not how pleading the fifth works. Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence. No! She's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do? Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof. But that's not true! In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess. Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial... Tomorrow? We don't have it tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... Huh? Oh, I'm pleading to his humanity! But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Let's go, Edgeworth! Let's go! It is not impossible for this trial to continue. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you... It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Yes, that is very true, but actually, there is one little thing I'm curious about. Miss Andrews, when you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and? I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already... Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should be in no way implicate the witness. Oh man. I don't know what it is, Edgeworth. I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know. Edgeworth is a friend. He's a homie. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please. Hey, what's up, 21 Savage? Okay, when I found the body. How are you doing today, man? That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. In MM2, I lost to a 1v1. I have to give my only godly. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, man. So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so earlier in your testimony? I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh, buddy boy. Buddy boy. Okay. Didn't really over myself as president walked in. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. I don't know. I just don't buy that one. And user became 700. That's crazy, man. I just don't buy that. How would you not think this guy is alive? I just do not believe this. I just don't. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body? He was literally stabbed. What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Is that really it? That's so easy. Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought there was a dead man. Well, you see, I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point is, Miss Andrews, your testimony just now was all one giant lie. Glasses. Okay, yo, 21 Savage, chill. Yo, okay. Chill, bro. Holy cow. Relax, son. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer. No. Okay, it looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt on guard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong. Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan. But you were the one who refused to testify, and your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because... Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you? I refuse to testify. Oh, mein Gott. Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt on guard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't. Is she not guilty? Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on guard. Hold on, I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna actually save. Okay. Now then, I'd like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt on guard. Do it. Oh my god. Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. Also, I'm back. Savage kept spamming, and like he was like copy-pasting a message into the chat, so I had to time him out. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. Oh boy. The absolute real truth. What are you... Witness? Don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt on guard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska von Karma. Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of others, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself. That's right. Then right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt on guard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority. I don't think she's guilty. It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please, someone help me. I don't think it was her. It's too early. I don't think it was her. Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Who the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Phoenix Wright? Dude. I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. On guard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me. Oh my god. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Miss Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. What a shame. What? What? Okay, I hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop. Mr. Edgeworth? Why is the music ramping up? What the heck? Why is the music freaking ramping up, dude? This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. A what? What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop, please stop. No matter how much she wants to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. That's the second part of the suicide report, the attempted suicide report. What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrienne Andrews. The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world. Please, please stop, I beg of you! People find out, I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me. Dang, bro! Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. Dang, Edgeworth, what the heck, dude? So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. Jesus Christ, dude. Nothing matters anymore. That's my crime? Oh, Jesus, dude. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. Then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. That's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. Stabbed the body with a knife? But why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all this? It might take the court a little while to understand, but... This is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Last time? So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. Oh my god, dude. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. What the actual heck? Hold it! Bam! But you can tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say you did not know he was dead? He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is part of the Jammin Ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. So did she really love Juan or not? I'm so confused about that. What is this plan you had? I knew it right away. The murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to swap Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin the crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. What is this game? Hello, Bat. This is Ace Attorney. Welcome. We're almost to the end of this, I think. We have 5 minutes left in the stream, but welcome into the end. By the way, I remember you, Bat. Don't worry. Of course I remember you. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to the Matt's room. Hold it! That was so you could get the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes toward him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Hold it! Yeah, we can raid. What channel do you want me to raid? So you were the one to stab the victim with that knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. On Guard's Hakama. Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Just when I finished, I had a bit of an inconvenience. What was the inconvenience? An inconvenience? There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta. There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth. That's Miss Oldbag for you. I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. That's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume. Hold it. You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the awards ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there. And what is this secret? That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume. Wow. Hello, what? Okay, hello, 21 Savage. I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Enguarde's room and planted the button? In the Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it. My word. What does this all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt on guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk. Francisca, huh? She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. Yeah, hello regardless, welcome. What's that? What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she's not the real killer. Wait, Your Honor. The defense still... Oh, man. Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. But... Oh my god, dude. Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. Oh, wow. That is all. Court is adjourned for today. Oh my god. Is Maya gonna die? Judge is just gone. He left. Hello? Hello? Oh, he is not. Phoenix is upset. Today's trial. It's over. I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth. What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might take a look at one thing. This card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. It's like, although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright, I remember just now. I found this in my room on that day. The room? That day? Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose it must have unconsciously slipped into my pocket. But it's not fair, but it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as a clue to this case, I don't see why... Hold it! Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! Edgeworth? Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This! I can't believe you hid this from me all this time! I didn't mean to. What is it all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. What does the seashell mean, bro? That card, what in the world is it? And what does it mean? To be continued. Chat, that is where we are going to end the stream today. Thank you guys so much for coming out here. It has been an absolute pleasure. Holy cow, I have no idea what any of this means, but I definitely know that this means business and trouble, and we're kind of screwed a little bit. Let me close out of the game. Pearl, stop crying. Stop crying, Pearl. Gosh, please stop crying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming. I will hope to see you all tomorrow. We will raid that channel. Can we play Wild West tomorrow? I think we're playing Murder Mystery 2 tomorrow. Where is the channel they wanted me to raid? This guy. Okay, we will raid the guy that Sniper Panda wanted me to raid. So let us do that. Alright, I like that. Epic gamer moments. Oh, he's playing Among Us. He's playing some good Among Us. I will follow him. Hold on. I will raid this guy. Just for everyone. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure that everything is working really quickly. Hello, sir! Let me type in his chat real quick. Let me... Okay. Hello. Hello. Would you like to see something low-key cool? Here we go. We're gonna raid this person. I can't listen to that right now, Voidasad. I'm ending. We're gonna raid this person. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope to see you all tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I know you guys made my day better. Please be sure to follow the stream, join my Discord, subscribe to my YouTube channels, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to see you all. I hope to see you all tomorrow. I think it's a yeah. I don't know why I said sir. Anyways, farewell.
Oh, hey, thanks, Marxis, for the follow. Oh, I'm getting the emails about it.